Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. My name is Amy with Growing Your Faith, and today we are going to try something, or I'm going to show you something that I tried a couple of weeks ago that I just kind of fell in love with. It just kind of makes things a little bit easier as far as like stamping and stuff. And so I'm going to show you what I did and we're going to get started. And I'm going to give you some different things that you can do with these too, just to kind of like give you some ideas of what you can do. So I was going to play around with some stamps, and I was like, I wonder if you could like stamp all of these and then make copies of them and then use them. So now I can fussy cut or rip these and I can use them. So let's make our own. I think this is a piece of cardstock, but you can just use printer paper. Cardstock's kind of nice because then you can, you can store them, and then whenever you want some, you can just make more copies of them. For my other one, I used this set right here. I'll put a link in the description to both of these little wood sets. I can't remember if I could find this one online. I don't remember where I got this one. I'll scan the code and see if I can find it on Amazon. They were only $4.99 wherever I got them from. I think they're regularly $9.99. So this is the one that I used there. This is the other set that I have, and they're just so stinking cute. And you can just imagine them being ripped around and inked around the edges in whatever color you want to. So let's just kind of make some of these. I think I'm going to use the Illustrated Faith one. This one has got like a weird, you're not going to be able to tell probably, but like this weird kind of plasticky top. I don't know. Neither one of these say that they're permanent ink, so know that. I usually use more of a permanent ink. The Versa, was it Versa color is what I usually use. So you're just going to get your stamp. Maybe I'll do it sideways this time. Nice and inked up, and then just press down and then just go all the way up just like that. Try not to get too much black around the edge because you don't want that smudge. And then you just kind of keep doing that. Now you're going to want to make sure that you let it dry, obviously, before you start putting it on the printer. But this goes super quick. You can see it goes pretty quick. I'm not sure if I inked this one yet, so let me make sure it's got a little bit more on there. It's harder to see from this vantage point. Maybe I should. That's stamped so good. Oh my gosh. That one looks really nice. Can you tell how nice that looks? With my other one, I usually turn this upside down and pat this way, and you can do that too. Don't press down in there, just lightly tap. It's one of those things that you just kind of learn after you've done it for a while. You don't want any of that ink anywhere where it's not supposed to be, but you do want that ink kind of built up on there. You can get these as close or as far apart as you want. I'm going to do 2 rows of this one since it's only giving me like 4. I'll get a little bit closer. Sometimes these wood ones are a little bit harder to use, but then sometimes I just really like them. I like that I don't get ink on that plastic part, because when you have the, I don't know, what are they, silicone? The silicone stamps, you have to put them on a stamp block, and then I always wind up getting ink on the stamp block, and I just kind of wind up with a bit of a mess. But oh, these look cute. I'm really, really liking this little stamp set. Another trick that I saw somewhere is that if you have a new stamp, you can take it and kind of, I think I've kind of used all of these, but you can take it and kind of rub it up against something, kind of to get that newness off of it a little bit. And supposedly that kind of helps, but to get a more, I don't know, I think they just kind of look a little funny at first. This is stamping really good on this mat. I have a foam board down here so that you don't see my terrible looking desk. It's so terrible. It's one of those like desks that have like, I don't know, what is it? It's like a wallpapery wood because it's like plywood kind of underneath, and all of that came off, so now it's just kind of weird. All right, so there's that one. I got those a little close, but so you want to think about, like, are you going to cut them? Are you going to fussy cut them, or are you going to rip around them? But I like them kind of close. I can usually do a pretty good rip job, even if they're kind of close. And you can just see, like, as you kind of get the hang of it, it goes a little bit faster. And you just wind up with these super cute, whoops, I double tapped that one. I messed that one up. Can I get, I don't know if let me put him over here. I might can get extra ones in here. I'm not really sure. Let's get these guys on here real quick. These guys, oops, I think I double tapped that one too. Don't double tap. Commit. There we go. And then you've just got these and they're all ready to go. I think I'm going to create maybe a notebook or something with them in there, or a file folder or something like that, just so I've got another way to store these and have these and just print them off. So I just print on them with my regular printer. Now the one thing that you do have to remember is that your ink in your printer, that's not like permanent ink, so it will rub and smear. If you've ever noticed, you like print something out and then try to highlight over the top of it and the ink kind of smears. So you do want to be careful. You should be able to color them like with some color pencils, but you're probably not going to be able to color them with markers. But you can still use them in a lot of different ways. Yeah, it really seems to work pretty good on this foam board rather than something, you know, a little bit harder. I think I can get another row of these cactuses. And the other thing you want to keep in mind is you may not want to go all the way to the edges. I think some of mine, well, I got that one on there centered pretty well. Some of the, I think some of mine got cut off a little bit, which is fine. You've got plenty of them, right? But if you get too close to the edges and you can't center it up on the printer, then you might have some issues. So I'm going to print this and then I will come back and show you some examples of some things that you can do with them. Okay, so we've got them printed out here. And you can see that there's not a whole lot of difference. These are definitely a little bit darker, but not a lot. So that's really, really good. And if you've got a really great printer, you might not be able to tell the difference at all. So like I said, these are really, really cool because you can do a lot of different things with these. So you can use them just like stickers at this point, if you wanted to, and you can probably color them. I got some pens so that we can kind of try that out. My favorite thing to do with these is just going to be to ink them and then to add them to things like Bible journaling pages or clusters or paper clips or things like that, just because they're so stinking cute. Now if you fussy cut around these, you let's see, I don't know, my scissors ran away. I have no clue where my scissors are, like none. If you fussy cut them, you'll get, you can get a little bit closer than I just did. But here is my favorite ink. and my favorite dauber, and you can just kind of ink around the edges and even go over. Okay, so I would just pat it, pat on the white part here so that you can kind of tone down that white a little bit. But if you start rubbing it, you're probably going to wind up with some ink smears. But you can get all around this, and then you can add it to any of those vintagey things that you know, like little tiny clusters, junk journaling pages like all day long, fun little bookmarks or anything like that. So, and then you could use any color ink with it you wanted to. Maybe somebody loves cactuses, so you add them to some of their stuff. You could add them to cards, anything like that. So here's a little cluster that I made a few weeks ago, and this is one of the little bumblebees from this set that I made here. It's just kind of a cool little hack, I think. I can make as many copies of these as I want, and so then I can use them all over the place. So let's see if we can get some color on some of these without it going nutsos. I'm going to go with this pretty one right here. I don't have any of my pen sets up here, but so I'm going to try to stay inside the line so I'm not getting on that ink too terribly much, just so that I don't wind up with that black smeared everywhere, especially since this is probably still a little bit wet. So not too bad. You can see like it's kind of, I need a darker green, but I don't have one. All right, and then let's color the pot blue. I don't normally color with these. I normally just like trace and outline. I'm not sure what's going to happen actually. Okay, so it didn't smear, so that's good. You can't see her eyes, but it didn't smear either, so that's kind of cool. That kind of excites me a little bit. I probably wouldn't use pen to color these. Maybe the cactusy part. But like even here, like you're going to cover up all these little dots if you color that in. But let's see. I definitely have some green color pencils here. And then let's go with kind of a, let's try this. Do I have any, let's go with a brown for the pot. All right, now this is going to be a lot easier probably. It's, I don't have anything to press down on. This foam board's not going to be the best to color on. But you can see her little eyes much better when you color it in. And these aren't like the best crayons anyway. I should have brought my new crayons up here. Man, I love those things. If you haven't seen, like I did a coloring page and kind of showed the color pencils. Man, I love those things about as much as I love my Prismacolors. Like you can tell a little bit of a difference between them, but yeah, this is going to work out nice. Let's go with a do a lighter green on the inside here. Oops. And there's no smear on this, and so it kind of works out really, really well. You could see the colors a lot better if I was on something a little bit more firm. But so you can see that you can color them in whatever colors you want to. You can fussy cut them, and you can use them as stickers on your scripture writing, in any of your junk journaling, and any of your Bible journaling. And then, oh, I thought that it would be really cool to do like a swap and swap with people. So then you can have like these printables, you know, well, not printables, but you can have like, I would cut them out. Like I wouldn't send them a whole sheet probably, but like you could cut around some of them and then do a swap. Wouldn't that be so fun? Like then you could share stamps kind of. Like, I don't know. I thought it'd be cool. If anybody's up for a stamp swap like this, not where I give you my stamps, but like a stamp print swap, let me know. Okay, so that's all I have. I just thought that this little quick little tutorial would give you another fun little project to work on. I hope you enjoyed it and it gives you a little bit of inspiration. Let me know what you're going to do with them down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.